Welcome to another episode of Acroyoga Super Dave. As you just saw, today we're going to do a handstand on ankles. I have Cosette here. We're going to start off with a few variations to get into the pose. We'll give you a few variations while you're in the pose and then a few exit strategies. Okay. The first entry, I'm just going to put my head through here in between her legs. I grab a hold of the back of her leg. She's putting her hands onto my lower back. So I'm going to slowly lift up. And then I'm going to slide my hands onto her ankles. Okay. I'm going to use her legs alongside my shoulders to slowly lower her down. And she's going to do the same thing. She's sliding her hands down my feet. So her feet are flexed here. And then we try to straighten out to create a counterbalance. We're not in a pike position like this. I'm pushing my hips forward. She's straightening out her body. My hands are on top of her heels just for additional grounding of the feet into my shoulders. If you want to play around with the variation, you're going to transfer the hands. So one of the hands is going to transfer right onto the other foot. And it's just pressing the top of that foot on the shoulder. And then she's going to reach back to grab her ankle, creating a bind. Okay, to come out. She's going to put her hands onto the floor and then just 1 foot at a time coming off my shoulders. Good. Another entry is that the flyer can stay behind the base, put their feet on the shoulders, and then one at a time putting the hands onto the ankles. So once again, she's flexing her feet, tops of the feet on my shoulders. I grab a hold of her heels and press her feet into my shoulders. Once I feel her hand onto my ankle, I'm going to lean forward. Okay, that way I can create that counterbalance and she can come in position. We're going to give you another variation for flyers. If you have a little bit deeper of a back bend, you're going to grab the foot and then bring the foot towards the head. Flyers, just remember when you come in that position, you want to transfer the weight into the foot that your hand is still on. Okay, to exit, we're going to roll out. So she's going to put her hands to the ground. She's going to bend her elbows, roll over her shoulders, and you have to also point your toes. You don't want to keep your feet flexed because you'll pull your base with you. So you want to point the toes and then roll out from that position. Okay, the final variation to get into this is from plank on plank. So I'm going to come into plank position. So as you can see, this is pretty much the pose, just in a different direction, right? So to come into the full pose, I'm going to bend my knees. Her feet may slide off my shoulders a little bit. I'm just going to take my hands, grab a hold of the heel, ground the feet into the shoulders, and then we come into position. Okay, coming out through a roll. She's going to put her hands down, point her toes, bend her elbows, and then roll right over. Good. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed those variations. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and we'll see you next episode.